Welcome to Systems Planning. Problem-solving attitude. A problem is something thrown forward, literally, which points to a question usually. In Latin, curiously, something thrown forward is called a project, which points to some action instead. Perhaps it's a question of attitude, what we throw forward. Some people think problems are about difficulties, worries, and concerns. Well, others may say that problems are about thinking, solving, and concluding. Maybe they're right as well. It's a question of attitude. We can structure problems. For instance, how mathematicians do it. And we have seen something similar in systems planning. For instance, when we attribute our concerns, action, and outcomes. Procedure is something very important in problem solving. For instance, how we set up our problem, the steps we take, and the decisions we make or how we make them. In science, for instance, the procedure protocol is quite rigid. The definition of each problem may be a little different because the situations are different, the contexts are different. Usually we come up with an idea, with a plausible solution to the problem which has to be tested. And once tested and generally agreed upon, then it forms a theory. This protocol has an induction and a deduction phase, and it's quite inactive from the point of view of the scientists. The scientist usually tries to explain how things are. An automation protocol is much shorter, and it's used to express our concerns, input them in some decision rules which are already fixed, and this will give us the answer of what to do in these conditions. A very simple protocol with an input phase and a deduction phase can be used in anything from engineering or technology applications down to family decisions or perhaps urban maintenance decisions. This is a reactive protocol and is prescriptive. It tells us what to do in these conditions. In planning, for instance, we usually start, or actually we better start, with some conditions or a situation that we are familiar with. And then we can define our concerns, we can specify our objectives, and we can propose some action. Then we forecast what this action could bring about. And then we compare and contrast those outcomes with whatever we expected to have according to our objectives. This is a more complex protocol with 2 deduction phases, an induction and an assessment phase. It's a proactive protocol, though, and it's highly interventional. We're about to do things. In general, we have to get an attitude to confront a problem. We have to put the problem in context, and then structure it and proceed. Learn more at the Systems Planning website.